What did I just say? Modern Horizons 2 is going to be worth it. Welcome back to my channel. I am Mattcaster Mage and I make Magic the Gathering content on a daily basis. So if you want to get more updates and notifications from me, please hit that subscribe button and I will probably see you in your subscription box, hopefully, if if things are working out properly, if the algorithm's actually working this time. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today is the new Modern Horizons spoilers that we have been getting. I already was saying in my previous video that I think the set is going to be worth it from just the small amount of spoilers we had before, but then yesterday, late at night, we got even more spoilers and more in the morning today. So we're going to talk about these spoilers, and boy, are these... Wow. Okay, well, we're getting Force of Negation back as an old border card. And remember, this card was the most expensive rare in Modern Horizons, and we're getting it again in an old border style. Now, we don't know whether or not we're going to be getting these cards only in the collector booster box as of yet, but there's some rumors that they're going to be also included in the regular draft booster boxes. But either way, very, very powerful card, and I'm really happy to see it get the old border treatment. We also have Giver of Ruins, another card that we got in the original Modern Horizons, and we're getting it again in the old border treatment, looking really nice. But here is the real spicy card. This is the card that people had rumors and inklings in that this card was going to be included in this set, and when I saw it for myself, I couldn't believe it. Now, this used to be a $100 card not too long ago. It was obviously not on the reserve list, but it was one of those cards, probably one of the most needed reprints out of all the non-reserve list lands out there, and that is Cabal Coffers. So basically, it was upgraded from uncommon to mythic because, well, the power level is definitely warranted. So it's a land that for 2 colorless you can tap and add 1 swamp for each swamp you control. So 1 black for each swamp you control. So you can really ramp things up very fast. Now, is this going to see play in Modern? I'm not sure. Now, that's something to take note of, is that cards that we are getting here will be available to play in Modern now. That's kind of the way Modern Horizons works. So they bring cards in that are new cards or cards from Legacy that were previously only used in Legacy before, and it's introduced now into Modern. So, I mean, it's a card that could definitely shake things up in Modern, but I think it's going to be seen mostly playing Commander. I know people who are friends of mine were really looking to put this into their Commander decks, but they didn't want to pay that $100 price tag for this card. So now that we're getting a reprint, I'm sure that it's going to be a lot more affordable for players. I mean, it's still a mythic, so it's still going to be a chase card. It's not going to be readily available the way a common would in the set, but still very, very cool to see this in the set. And we have the full art treatment of that card as well, looking amazing. I love that moon in the background. Ugh, it's very creepy. Like I almost hear a wolf howling in the background as I look into that deep, deep darkness with that fog. Oh, it's crazy. I love it. That is going to be really good in foil, too. We have Yusri Fortune's Flame. This is a legendary creature, a Freet with flying. So, I mean, interesting 2/3 creature here. I do like how he kind of looks like Human Torch, just kind of like flying, but also like he looks like he's meditating in the sky. I mean, it looks interesting. You also have another version of the card with different art. Very interesting. I'm not sure why they did the 2 art for that one. They have Flame Tongue Yearling, so this is a Kavu. So we finally got Kavus back. That's funny, because if you ever remember Invasion block, there's tons of Kavus, and that was one of those kind of tribes that after that block was done, you're like, what happened to these creatures? Well, we got them now. We have a really interesting dinosaur, so we're getting dinosaurs back now. This is Thrasta Tempest Roar, legendary creature dinosaur. This spell costs 3 less to cast for each other spell cast this turn, so you can almost storm into this dinosaur. That's crazy. Trample over Planeswalkers, haste. Trample over Planeswalkers. That's interesting. So if you're attacking someone's Planeswalker, they direct the damage over. Wow, that's really interesting. I'm going to see how that's going to play out, but that sounds really situational. Thrass's Tempest Roar has hexproof as long as it enters the battlefield this turn. Wow. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be hard to cast 10 plus 2, but I think if you can pull off that trigger enough times, you can get it out for 2 mana. 7/7 for 2 mana? Oh boy, this is going to be crazy. And then obviously got the regular version of that one as well. Unmarked Grave. This is a sorcery for 1 colorless, 1 black. Search your library for a non-legendary card. Put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle. Wow. Okay, so we're getting another tutor that we can use in Modern. Very excited about that card. And I can see that one seeing some play definitely in Modern. Profane Tutor. Wow. Nice old border treatment. It's got Suspend for 2. And you can search your library for a card and put that card in your hand, then shuffle. Interesting that we are getting an old border treatment with that one as well. We have the regular version of that. I like the old border ones better personally, but again, like I hope that it's not something they just keep doing in the future, because then it will take the uniqueness out of the fact that they are bringing those back. And then we got Grief. It's 2 colorless, 2 black. Menace, Elemental Incarnation. It's when Grief enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card and evoke. So you can exile a black card from your hand. Interesting. Okay, so this is going to be... Okay, so it's got some hand disruption. 3/2 for 4. I mean, the artwork for the... I like the artwork for the actual regular version. The one that's... the full art just kind of looks like just evaporating smoke. I mean, interesting choice. And then we got Rishnon Dockhand. This is 1 blue for a creature merfolk with Island Walk. And you can basically, for 1 color, so you can tap target land. That's kind of interesting, tap target land. It's getting kind of like a Maze of Ith thing going on here. Or maybe I'm thinking of another land. But that's going to be a nice control effect. And then we got Timeless Dragon. It's a 3 colorless, 2 white creature dragon, 5/5 with flying, plane cycling. So discard this card, search your library for a planes card, reveal a card, put it in your hand. Interesting, similar to Cycle, but you're just getting the planes. That's interesting. You also have Eternalize for 2 colorless and 2 white. Exile this card from your graveyard, and then create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie dragon with no mana cost. Eternalize only as a sorcery. So you can only use that effect on your turn. And then we got Dakkon Shadow Slayer. Wow, a 3 mana planeswalker, an Esper planeswalker. This looks really cool. So we have a bunch of variations of this card. So when it enters the battlefield with a number of loyalty counters on him equal to the number of lands you control. So he doesn't actually have a set loyalty. It's about how many lands you control. That will be better in Commander, I think, than actually Modern, because you'll obviously be able to get a lot more lands out in Commander than Modern. So its first is Surveil 2. Remember, Surveil was a mechanic, I believe, that we got in one of the Ravnica blocks recently. And then -3, exile target creature, and then -6, you may put an artifact card from your hand on or graveyard onto the battlefield. What? That is really powerful. Okay, this might even be able to see, I don't know, this could see play in Modern potentially. I don't know if you can have enough land base to really make this card as effective, but really this will be a powerhouse in Commander, I imagine. Wow, crazy spoilers today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the spoilers as well. Let me know what you think of Modern Horizons 2 down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read them. And again, I make Magic the Gathering content every single day, so please join me actually later today for another video, but I'll be back again tomorrow. Being a patron will help me produce more market movers and add to the funds that I will use for my random buys, and also to my coffee fund, because I drink a lot of coffee for these videos. And here you can see a link below in the description that will give you all the tiers and what you get in each tier. So I hope you guys click and think about joining. And with that, I'll see you next video. Think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.